Good morning and welcome to NewsDive. It's Tuesday, August 19th, 2025, and the time is 6 o'clock. Here are the top stories making headlines in Sri Lanka and around the world. Sri Lanka's tourism sector continues its impressive recovery, with over 1.5 million tourist arrivals recorded so far this year. Minister of Tourism Vijitha Harith expressed gratitude to all stakeholders for their efforts, highlighting that August alone saw more than 130,000 visitors, mainly from India, the United Kingdom, Russia, Germany, and China. Meanwhile, a hurdle was observed yesterday in the northern and eastern provinces, led by several Tamil political parties under the ITAK banner. The strike called for government action on unresolved regional issues. Public response was mixed, and some resistance was reported. The government, however, confirmed that institutions and schools in these areas operated as usual. In legal developments, former ministers are facing increased scrutiny. The former labor minister has been summoned by the Financial Crimes Investigation Division for questioning. Additionally, former ministers Manusha Nanayakara, Vadavel Suresh, and Sagala Ratnayaka have been summoned by the Illegal Assets Investigation Unit over allegations of unlawful wealth accumulation. Arrest warrants have been issued for former MP Ven Athuralie Rathana Thero and former National Lotteries Board Chairman Thusitha Halolua. A court also declined to suspend the arrest warrant against former Health Minister Rajitha Senarathna. On the railways front, Sri Lanka Railways has spent 5 billion rupees on overtime payments. Train services have now been fully restored following a derailment incident involving the Samudra Devi Express between Colombo Fort and Maradona. The Ceylon Electricity Board reported a profit of 5.31 billion rupees in the June quarter, although it posted a 13 billion rupee loss in the first half of 2025. The board plans to install 145 MVA synchronous condensers to enhance grid stability and support the integration of renewable energy. Turning to international news, Hamas has agreed to a ceasefire proposal for Gaza, pending Israel's approval, amid ongoing conflict that has resulted in a Palestinian death toll exceeding 62,000. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky met with U.S. President Donald Trump in Washington for renewed talks focused on peace and security. In Asia, Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi arrived in New Delhi for a two-day visit aimed at strengthening bilateral ties, while the Indian Foreign Secretary met with Nepali counterparts to enhance cooperation. In technological developments, the world's first humanoid robot games have commenced in Beijing, featuring 280 teams from 16 countries showcasing advances in artificial intelligence and robotics. Meanwhile, U.S. President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin met in Alaska, but left without reaching a deal. President Trump indicated a shift towards seeking a peace agreement with Ukraine rather than a ceasefire first. On the business front, the Colombo Stock Exchange hit new highs, with the all-share price index gaining over 252 points, driven by banking and finance sectors. Financial services group CTCL SA has rebranded as CT Smith, emphasizing its Sri Lankan identity while maintaining global partnerships. The U.S. ambassador called on Sri Lanka to reduce non-tariff barriers to boost trade and investment. Coconut prices in Sri Lanka have dropped by 5.4% amid a recovery in production, while other agricultural sectors show mixed trends. In Hong Kong, property developers face rising debt risks, with bond maturities increasing sharply next year amid falling sales and valuations. The UK Treasury is considering a new national property tax to replace stamp duty on homes over £500,000, aiming for a fairer and more consistent revenue source. In politics and legal news, 2 more petitions have been filed with the Supreme Court challenging the constitutionality of the bill revoking former presidents' entitlements. A complaint alleging corruption has been lodged against Energy Minister Kumara Jayakody with the Bribery Commission. The Speaker is expected to rule soon on a no-confidence motion against Deputy Defense Minister Major General RETD Aruna Jayasakara, with the opposition warning of further action if parliamentary procedures are not followed. On the crime and safety front, police discovered the naked body of an elderly man under mysterious circumstances in a paddy field in Badulla. Investigations are ongoing. Residents near Sri Jaywardhan Pura have reported crocodile sightings near the Kimbulawala walking track. raising safety concerns. Police continue to investigate the alleged sexual abuse of a schoolgirl in Kotahina, Colombo, who tragically died by suicide. Additionally, a security officer at Bandaranaike International Airport was detained after a cache of fake firearms was found in Katawela. Weather conditions remain hazardous in the Central Highlands, with torrential rains in Hatton and Nuwara Eliya disrupting transport and daily life. Motorists are advised to exercise caution. Environmental concerns have risen as invasive black mussels have been found in shrimp farms along Sri Lanka's northwest coast, threatening fragile wetland ecosystems. In sports, young tennis talents Revan and Setuli won under-12 titles, while Dinara claimed her fourth consecutive under-18 girls singles championship. The Sri Lanka-India Naval Exercise, SLINEX-25, is underway off Colombo, featuring joint drills and maritime operations. Chechen-born wrestler Khamzat Chimaev was crowned UFC middleweight champion after dominating Dricus du Plessis. New Zealand reclaimed the top spot in the world rugby rankings following their 41-24 victory over Argentina in the Rugby Championship opener. In cricket, India is preparing to announce its Asia Cup squad amid key selection battles, while Pakistan's squad excludes stars Babar Azam and Mohammad Rizwan, with Salman Agha named captain. In entertainment, K-pop girl group Blackpink made history as the first female K-pop band to headline Wembley Stadium. Performing to 70,000 fans, YouTuber Mr. Beast and Associates raised a record-breaking $12 million in a 15-and-a-half-hour charity livestream for clean water initiatives. British actor Terence Stamp, known for roles including General Zod in the Superman films, passed away at the age of 87. The BBC is investigating alleged drug-related offenses linked to the popular TV show Strictly Come Dancing. Actor Alan Cumming reflected on his role as Nightcrawler in Avengers: Doomsday, describing the experience as healing after a difficult time filming X2. Other notable updates include the commencement of the third school term today for government Sinhala, Tamil medium, and approved private schools. Bandaranaike International Airport has restricted visitor entry to the departure lobby on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays during peak hours. 9 buses imported for the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting have been repaired and returned to service. That wraps up your NewsDive update for this Tuesday morning. Thank you for joining us. Have a safe and pleasant day ahead.